Hello everyone, my name is PolishLynx. Let's continue, because it's day 5 in everlasting summer. We run with the last of our strength, like those who run for their precious lives, like a doomed person knowing that there is no hope to save his life, will still fight the inevitable and his own fate. I barely managed to close the heavy metal door behind me. I have no idea how deep this bomb shelter is, or if it's able to withstand a nuclear blast, but we have no other place to hide. She gripped my hand tight. Don't be afraid. Bits of the ceiling were falling and the walls were shaking. What the fuck? I was prepared for the worst. But death is the kind of thing that you can't ever be prepared for. But suddenly complete silence fell. It rang even louder than explosions. Maybe it's time to say goodbye. She was whimpering. I wanted to comfort her somehow, but realized that there is nothing I could do. Yes. You know, a horrible bang almost split my eardrums. It seems that I'm under a piece of collapsed ceiling, but I don't feel any pain. All I want is to not let her go. What the fuck? What was that? No, seriously, what was that? I woke up in a cold sweat, short of breath and gasping for air. It took me some time to come to my senses. It was a dream. It was just a dream. My questioning mind, however, I refused to believe it. But who was that girl with me there? I didn't want to let go of her hand so desperately. Sadly, I couldn't recall her at all. The clock was showing few minutes past 10. I slowly came to my senses as reality started to stake out its claim on my mind, and my stomach fully growled. Alright, war is war, but lunch should be served in due time. I turned that Olga Dmitrievna wasn't here. She must have decided not to wake me up. Well, thanks go out to our camp leader for this. After yesterday's adventures, I had to have a rest. Last night remained a blurry memory which I really didn't want to think about. It's now more important to find something to eat and to wash myself. Exactly. Because a pioneer must always be clean and tidy. So I would agree with this principle even if I wasn't a pioneer, and as a matter of fact, I'm not. On my way to washstands, I met Electronic. He started to wave his hands and ran up to me. Good morning! Thank you for finding Shuri. Without him I don't even... It's nothing. I was a bit embarrassed. No, really, don't be so shy. This country must be proud of its heroes. And what about Shurik? How did he look this morning? Is he alright? After yesterday's craziness, I thought such a question was completely valid. Yeah, absolutely. The only thing is that he can't remember anything. Can't he? I wasn't surprised at all. He says that he went to the abandoned camp yesterday and then woke up in his bed in the morning. I mean, he remembers nothing between those two events. I see. Alright then. You missed breakfast, right? Come to our club. We'll feed you. I have something special. Electronic smiled in a conspiratorial way. Thanks, I'll come. Probably. I had to wash myself first anyway. We'll be waiting. He waved at me and left to carry out his own business. There was nobody near the washstands. The water turned out surprisingly warm today. It's been warmed up already, I guess. Having my face washed, I realized that it wouldn't be easy to wash the rest of my body here. Maybe I should go to the showers. But since there is nobody here, I turned the tap in such a way so water streamed parallel to the ground and started to take off my clothes. And what if somebody sees me? Well, I'll rinse and dry myself quickly and put on my clothes. The water, which seemed warm on my hands and face, was bone-chillingly cold on my body. The whole washing process took no longer than 10 seconds, and I started to wipe myself quickly afterwards. But I didn't manage to finish anyway. There were voices coming in from the direction of the footpath. The only solution came to me in a split second. I grabbed my clothes and dashed into the bushes. A moment later, Alisa and Uliana appeared near the washstands. You could have done it by yourself. Why did you bring me here? Is it a big deal for you? Fine, let me. I peered at them and noticed that they were both covered in red paint. What a surprise. I wonder how they managed that. Alisa opened the wolf and started to rub Uliana's back. Take off your bra. Wait, if somebody sees us? What if somebody sees us? What, is there anything to see? She grinned. Okay, just be quick. If that was true, that there wasn't much to look at, but even so I stared at these girls narrowly. It was a pity that they weren't standing with their backs to me. A minute later, Alisa managed to wash off all the paint. I'm done. Thanks. You're welcome. Alisa replied lazily. Listen, let me try on yours. She pointed at Alisa's bra. It won't fit you for sure. Well, I'd like to try anyway. But out here. There's nobody here, right? Uliana looked my way and smiled archly. I was absolutely sure she couldn't see me in the bushes, but... Enough with this nonsense! Uliana wasn't listening to her anymore and grabbed Alisa's bra with the dexterous move instead. Now I had to confess, I had something to look at. I watched the two girls chase one another around the wash stands with bated breath. Alisa covered her breast with her hands so I could barely see anything at all. I leaned forward and stumbled over a stone, falling out of the bushes. Alisa and Uliana stood frozen, staring at me. I tried to cover my nudity with my guilty face. The tableau lasted for a few seconds and Alisa took her shirt and somehow put it on an instant. You! Her face gone from red to purple. It looked like she would explode in a nuclear blast any second. The only thing I wanted was to disintegrate into atoms and to get as far from the epicenter as possible. He was sitting there the whole time! So she noticed me then. You! And I accidentally... if you know what I mean. Alisa rushed at me. Oh my goodness! Why didn't you put your pants on? Covering my butt with one hand and holding my clothes in the other, I ran in the woods. It seemed the best solution to me at the time, as showing up naked in the middle of the camp and combined by two screaming girls wasn't a good idea. I ran without looking back, and stopped a few minutes later to catch my breath. It seemed that there was no pursuit, so I managed to save myself, but at the cost of lace-red, stretched and bleeding feet, as I had no time to put on my boots. Yeah, that's important. Why didn't you put your pants on, you idiot? I sat on a tree stump and sighed. Sometime later, having dressed already, I left the forest. I need to decide what to do next. My feet are hurting, so I should go straight to infirmary. But on the other hand, my stomach isn't going to wait either. Maybe I should accept Electronics' invitation, or head to the canteen in the hope of finding something left to eat there. This is not an option, to be honest. Dining on infirmary. Let's go to infirmary, actually. I was always took good care of my health. And even better care at the times when something starts to hurt badly, and Viola will be there. So without hesitation I made my way to the infirmary. But right in front of the door I stopped as if some mysterious force was holding me. I had absolutely no desire to face the commoners without any urgent need, but on the other hand I almost did a great deed yesterday defending the infirmary. So in some sense she owed me. I took heart and opened the door. Hi, Piona. Hello. Hello. I'm sorry that I was so late yesterday. It wasn't a problem at all. Why have you come? Are you sick? She smiled slyly. Well, I got my feet a bit. You got a bit what? My feet. I gave a stupid answer. Oh, show me. I sat on the couch and took off my boots. How did you manage that? I'd better keep silent about what happened near the washstands. Well, Okay, never mind. Wait a second. She rummaged in the drawer and took out a big red pill with a cross-shaped notch from a vial. And what is that for? I was disturbed by the size of the pill and its strange shape. They are broken in halves, usually not in quarters. This is to make an amputation of your legs unnecessary. What? Nothing, don't be afraid. I'm not. Pioneer. You'll take it and it will be alright. And this pill? Why does it look like that? That's for patients who refuse to take medicines perorally. We screw it into them with a screwdriver then. What? I didn't dare to ask where they were being screwed in actually. And now try to bury it a bit. She took a big pack of cotton wool, wrapped a bat with it and applied plenty of iodine to it. I braced myself to the torments of hell. Yeah, I moaned quietly. But my trust in this method of disinfection was much higher than in the old pill, so I had to withstand the burning. Now it's done. I put on my boots and tried to walk. My feet were still hurting, but the sharp pain was gone. Thank you. Don't mention it. Drop in any time. Pioneer. See ya. I said goodbye and left the infirmary. My health problem was solved. She's awesome. She's the best in the camp. It's the right time to eat now. The day has just started and I've gone through so many things already. But I did, and now have legitimate grounds to fill myself up. Today wasn't the last one I could choose a free table. Lunch included pea soup and mashed potatoes with fish. It was a major disappointment to me as I don't eat fish in any form and hence will get fewer calories than usually. Soon Slavia and Lena came to my table. Can we? She smiled nicely. Eh? Yeah, sure. I stood up and pulled out a chair for her. Please. I was in an excellent mood at the moment. Enjoy your meal. Saying that, Lena began staring at me and continued for some time, but then, after realizing how old she looked, switched to her plate. You too. Do you have any plans for the day, Semyon? Nope. I gave her an honest answer as indeed I had no plans. Except for searching for Alfred, but that was more like a global goal. Do you want to take a boat ride to the island with us? The island? Well, I think I've seen it from the pier. For what? Olga Dmitrievna asked us to gather some strawberries. There are a lot of strawberries there, and they are so delicious. I could imagine the taste without even eating it, just by looking at Slavia's face. Strawberries. And what are those for? I don't know, but it's indeed a great idea. Well, indeed it is. Moreover, I haven't been to the island yet. Yeah, sure. Within minutes we were already standing at the pier. Well, here is the boat. Hang on, I'll go and fetch the paddles now. I was left face to face with Lena. Do you like strawberries? Well, not really. But they are tasty. Lena smiled. I see. I didn't know what to say next, how to continue the conversation. If Slavia didn't come back, we could probably sit there till the evening without saying a word. Here you go. She handed me a pair of hefty paddles. Yeah, thanks. We got in the boat. I untied it, pushed off the shore and tried to start paddling. And where exactly are we heading to? Right there. She pointed her finger at the island. That island is named the closest one. I wonder what captain gave it such an original name. Well, the island is indeed close to the shore. Aye aye, captain. If only I'd know what was waiting for me ahead. I was an experienced oarsman. I'd rowed a boat just once or twice in my entire life. It was less than half mile to the island, but we were making our way in zigzags thanks to my skills. By approximately the middle of the trip, my arms hurt so badly that I dropped the paddles to get some rest. Well, aren't there any strawberries anywhere else? I mean, in more accessible places? But the tastiest ones grow there. Slavia gave me a puzzled look. Is it hard for you to row alone? Then, unlike Slavia, understood everything straight away. Oh, it's nothing. Anyway, I couldn't let a fragile girl help me. The rest of the way I spent concentrating on staying alive while getting to the island. Slavia and Lena discussed something, but I wasn't listening. That was too much for me. At last we arrived. Completely exhausted, I got out on the shore and looked at the boathouse. It seemed so far away that I felt like a first person on the moon watching the Earth rise. Really, for me it looks actually pretty close. But well, here you go. Slavia handed me a basket. It was a small island, barely 100 meters long, and it looked more like a birch grove with rows of trees covering its entire surface. A calm green sea spread beneath our feet with wind causing lonely waves on its surface from time to time. This island looked like a lost paradise. It's no wonder that the most delicious strawberries grow just here. We've got to split up. That way we'll do the job faster. Yeah, sure. But there are only 2 baskets, said Lena humbly. Oh, you're right, my bad. So how are we going to split up then? Oh crap, no! Alright, let's end the episode here. And the decision will be next one. Bye then.